For centuries, flying was just a dream, and right before it became real, experts called it downright impossible.
Lord Kelvin, one of the top scientists of his day, was totally sure. And honestly, who could blame him?
So, how'd we do it? How did we solve the impossible problem? Well, it started with understanding the basics. It all starts with this guy, Sir George Cayley. Way back in 1799, he literally wrote the rulebook for flight.
He broke it down to 4 forces. The game is simple. Lift has to beat weight, and thrust has to beat drag.
Others built on his work. Wenham gave us the wind tunnel, and Lilienthal proved gliding could actually be controlled.
But gliding is one thing. The real trick, sustained flight, and, most importantly, complete control.
And that's where the Wright brothers came in. They weren't just daredevils. They were hardcore engineers with their own wind tunnel.
Their 1902 glider was a game changer. Why? Because they'd figured out how to control it on every single axis.
A year later, they strapped on an engine and, well, you know the rest. Flight was solved. Or was it?
Okay, so we could fly, but how? How does a wing actually generate that lift to keep a plane in the air?
2 big ideas popped up. One is about pressure, that's Bernoulli. The other is about action-reaction, that's Newton.
This led to a really popular idea you've probably heard of, the equal transit time theory.
Yeah, that one's just not true. The air on top moves way, way faster and gets to the back first.
So what's the real answer? It's complicated. Turns out both Bernoulli and Newton are right. They're just different parts of the story.
But the story doesn't end there. As planes got faster, we hit a new wall. Literally, the sound barrier.
A guy named Ludwig Prandtl was key here. He studied the boundary layer, that super thin layer of air on the wing.
But it was a NASA engineer, Richard Whitcomb, who really cracked the code on high-speed drag with a wild idea.
His supercritical airfoil looked weird, almost upside down. It was flatter on top to reduce destructive shockwaves. The result? A mind-blowing 15% jump in fuel efficiency. Today, pretty much every jet uses his design.